A WWE star airs grievances are not being used for months. Plus, Tony Khan could be bringing in a major free agent to AEW, and an NXT star has teased a main roster call-up. It's all in the wrestling news right now. I know what you've been thinking. Where's Aaliyah? Where is Aaliyah?
Every night, every waking moment, in fact. Is she round here? She's not on telly, is she?
She's certainly not. She hasn't been anywhere for a while. She got injured, so she's been off the screens whilst recovering. But in a series of now deleted tweets, Aaliyah responded to a fan asking about her absence, which has been conspicuous. What's she been saying on Twitter?
Yeah, so one fan said where she's been since October. She was cleared to return in October. She replied, I don't know.
That's awkward.
Yeah, it is a bit. Also, a fan said, hey, you should probably get back in the ring if you're bored. And
I love that.
She
Why
said,
are you getting there and wrestle?
Do a wrestling.
Of course.
Oh, bloody hell. Couldn't find the curtain with the arrows on it. It's easily done, Aaliyah, don't worry. She responded to that viewer saying, ain't my call. And then another said, they're just plucking stuff out of thin air. They're just going like, here's some creative for you, Aaliyah. Do it. Just do it and put it on TV. They said, you do backstage shoots. It's all right, do backstage shoots. She replied, if only I was backstage. That is the most controversial one of the lot for me, because normally if creative haven't got anything for you, you're still in catering, you're still there just in case they need you for a battle royal or a lumberjill match or something like that. It appears that she's not even behind the scenes at the moment. And then a fan asked if she's maybe going to be in the 23 video game or Elimination Chamber, and she replied, sorry to let you down, so don't expect to see her in the game or the chamber.
It's an interesting one with Aaliyah, because cast your mind back. WWE ran a sort of docudrama about the Performance Center, and Aaliyah was featured quite heavily in it as somebody who, like, they were really sort of willing to do well, but wasn't quite getting it. And it sort of felt like she was going to be one that sort of slipped through the cracks. She got passed by for call-ups to the main roster, and it felt like for a long time, like she just sort of stayed there, and then she suddenly turned up on NXT, and it was like, all right, she wasn't still quite the full ticket there.
So what you're saying is check your cracks. Because Aaliyah might be in there.
She might have fallen down one of them.
Yeah.
And then, like, she did stuff on NXT, and she did some good stuff with the Robert Stone brand, and then just kind of went quiet again, and almost got, a very non-consequentially called up to SmackDown. Mm-hmm. She became a tag team champion briefly.
Totally forgot that happened. Yes, she did.
And then and then forgotten again. It sort of feels like there's been a case of falling upwards for somebody who is very talented, but clearly WWE aren't too sure where to put and what to do with.
Like, to play devil's advocate, rather, would you rather be on telly doing nothing of substance, or would you rather wait until there's some good creative? Like, we're on the road to WrestleMania now. Maybe Aaliyah should be factored into plans somewhere. I don't think she will be, but yeah, would you rather be doing something that's just sort of
when you're a TV character, every day you're not on TV, your star power diminishes.
Yeah, I guess so.
You get forgotten about more and more and more.
I think one thing the women's scene in WWE is always lacking is non-title women's feuds. They don't do enough of that. So really, she should be involved somewhere, I guess. I understand her frustrations. Obviously, she regrets tweeting this stuff out because she's deleted them now.
And also as well, and you can sense her frustration. We've just had the Royal Rumble, and wasn't factored into that.
Could have been one person in a 30-woman Rumble. It's not difficult to do. Like, there were NXT call-ups in there, or not call-ups necessarily, but there were NXT stars in there. They could have easily just chucked Aaliyah in there. But hey, maybe what I'm saying is maybe this is a good thing. Maybe they got something in mind, but they don't want to factor it in right now, and maybe you just got to wait a little bit longer. At the same time, coming off the back of an injury, I'm talking myself out of my rubbish.
You're talking yourself out of your own story, here, aren't you?
I'm doing a Louis Dangle. I'm just going, fed good, it's all right. It's fine, don't worry about it. That's not what's happening, is it? Put her on telly.
Stick her on the telly box. Now,
I love you, Louis, by the way.
Yeah.
Someone's got to.
No.
Oh, no.
I like Louis
and
all the characters from DuckTales. Now, We've seen a lot said about Kota Ibushi, talking about not letting the grass grow. January 31st, his contract expired.
Yeah.
And he was announced for GCW. He's doing the Joey Janela Spring Break, and he's doing Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. And it looks as if there's a good chance that he could be part of AEW at some point. Tony was chatting about it, wasn't he?
He was on Busted Open Radio about potentially bringing in Ibushi. He said there's a lot of great free agents in the world of pro wrestling, but certainly Kota Ibushi is a great talent. When you have a name like that is a certainty. Certainly somebody everybody in the world of pro wrestling would be fortunate to have in their promotion. We really wanted to work with him in the past, so I think that's certainly something that we would have to consider. He's doing a lot of, I guess, non-major promotions. He's just been announced for DDT and stuff. My understanding of Ibushi is he's somebody that values the art of pro wrestling over everything else. He wants to do what he wants to do. Money be damned, seemingly. I mean, we have seen him in WWE before, in the Cruiserweight tournament and all that, so I'd love to see him there. I couldn't believe, right? He's 40 years old.
He looks great for 40, doesn't he?
He looks great for 30.
He looks great.
He literally looks like he's in his late 20s, tops. He's so very, very talented. Obviously, I'd love to see him in AEW. It'd be a good get.
And what you said there in terms of like his love for pro wrestling and doing what he wants to do, nothing said more truer than his comments with Dark Pure Resiflosion, where he talked about his future involvement with AEW, and he said a lot of my best friends are in AEW. He says, nonetheless, I'm not thinking of going there immediately. I want to have a school in Japan, and once that's worked out, I think I'll talk with AEW. So he wants to create the next crop of talent on the scene in Japan.
That's nice, isn't it?
Which is absolutely a great thing for Kota Ibushi to be doing, to be giving back to the industry in a way that certainly defies his years. And then no mention of WWE there. I think I'll talk with AEW because obviously you've got Kenny Omega there, Golden Lovers.
Yeah.
You know,
there's
hanging
a lot
around together.
I think there's probably a lot more that can be done storyline wise in AEW. Like if you're going in there with a bit of history, AEW's the place to go. So yeah, I'd love to see him there.
From Japan to Jacksonville, how about from NXT to Raw or SmackDown?
Indy Hartwell obviously lost to Zoe Stark on NXT. Following that loss, she shared a GIF on her social media of Johnny Gargano writing NXT for life in the air. Many people interpreting this as Indy Hartwell saying goodbye to Tuesday nights. So the time's right, to be honest. I think she's been down there too long anyway.
Yeah, I think
she's done everything. I know she's not been a champ, but if that's not the plan for her, I feel like she's done enough in NXT. She's certainly main roster ready, isn't she?
And you know what? I feel like a Monday Night Raw is the right place to be. Her husband, Dexter Loomis, awaits her there. Her gay-vape husband's hanging around waiting for her there. And you could do like a little reunion of The Way.
Yeah.
They're all on Raw now. Get Indy in amongst it now.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Get the Way back together, just for my amusement, if nothing else.
They were grand, weren't they? I remember when they first formed, fans not being too hot on it, but I thought they were really, really entertaining. So people have a problem with Gargano quite often, doing like more comedy stuff and like the silly elements of The Way. People didn't seem to enjoy. I always really liked it personally. Did you?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think that people kind of like Johnny Gargano as a serious wrestler, but he's got some comedy slaps in there, and I think he's got a bit of humor to him. I don't know whether we've seen the very best of him since his return yet.
No, I hope not.
Talking to the very best, we give our very best wishes to a WWE legend who has undergone surgery. The Boogeyman shared photos on Instagram following surgery and during and showing his rehab process. It says, through adversity, one only builds character. Can't keep a good man down. Hashtag WWE legend, Boogeyman. Still, come and get you. And he spelled still with a $sign because he is money.
He bloody well is. Well, good luck to him. Obviously, sending our best. I didn't know you needed surgery for worms. Come on! Here we go. We're done. Louis, I love you. It was a joke. Sorry, my bad.
More wrestling news throughout the day at Cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Touch some grass, people.